Very welcome to Unacademy IES. In this session, designed for the aspirants who are going to appear in the 70th BPSC interview. All right, and this is the part of interview guidance program started by Unacademy IES. All right, aspirants, in your interview process, all right, you should be very careful about the recent current affair things, national current affairs, as well as the Bihar specific current affairs things, and keeping in mind, especially with respect to the national current affairs, the Bihar connection, how the aspects are associated with the Bihar. As you see these class notes, all right, I keep on highlighting interview points, Bihar specific connection. जितना मेरे से हो सकता है as a faculty, I try to articulate and I add the things in your discussion part as well, so that you can get a better understanding of the developments which are happening in Bihar as well as at the national landscape. All right. So let's examine today's first topic. The topic is first PM Unity or Ekta PM Unity Mall of Bihar. All right. So this mall is proposed in Patna alongside Atal Path. Atal Path, which is known as the lifeline of modern city Patna. All right. Especially connectivity, infrastructure, all right, and ट्रैफिक से एक गेटिंग रिड फ्रॉम द ट्रैफिक एक हद तक अटल पथ के बनने से ट्रैफिक की जो प्रॉब्लम है पटना सिटी के अंदर की उसमें एक हद तक रिलीफ देखने को मिलता है. ऑल राइट. सो नाउ दिस यूनिटी मॉल इज प्लान्ड अलोंगसाइड द अटल पथ. व्हाट इज द आइडिया? आइडिया क्या है? व्हाट इज दिस यूनिटी मॉल? यूनिटी मॉल है क्या? प्रपोज्ड है. ऑल राइट. एंड लोकेशंस को लेके कुछ एक चीजें नहीं है, तो जो पर्पस जो प्रोजेक्ट है, प्रोजेक्ट के बारे में बात तो पहले हुई थी, लेकिन लोकेशंस, बिकॉज ऑफ द लोकेशन शिफ्टिंग एंड ऑल दीज थिंग्स, इसमें काफी सारे न्यूज लगातार डेवलपमेंट्स होते रहे हैं. ये न्यूज तो पुरानी है लेकिन रिसर्फेस होती रहती है, तो फिर वो बताना जरूरी हो जाता है. वी कैन नॉट इग्नोर, वी कैन नॉट लीव. ऑल राइट. नाउ व्हाट इज दिस PM यूनिटी और एकता मॉल? एक्चुअली दिस विल बी अ काइंड ऑफ मार्केट प्लेस. अगर हम इजी लैंग्वेज में देखें तो ये होने क्या वाला है? इट्स अ काइंड ऑफ मार्केट प्लेस. मार्केट प्लेस फॉर द नेशनल इंडिजिनस प्रोडक्ट्स. नेशनल इंडिजिनस, देश भर के अंदर में जो अलग अलग स्टेट्स हैं, डिफरेंट स्टेट्स, डिफरेंट डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स, एंड वी ऑल नो वेरी वेल अ वेरी सेलिब्रेटेड स्कीम बाय द गवर्नमेंट, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, दैट इज ODOP. मैंने अपनी क्लासेस में भी एक दो बार बता चुका हूँ पहले भी आपको अबाउट ODOP. ऑल राइट. एंड वन डिस्ट्रिक्ट वन प्रोडक्ट. सो अब यहाँ पर होगा क्या? व्हाट विल हैपन इन दिस यूनिटी मॉल, इन दिस एकता मॉल? शोकेसिंग of these products from various states, various districts under the ODOP scheme especially. And with this, what will happen? National recognition, global recognition of these products, increase in demand, generation of employment, right? Help in the economic activity, prosperity, all right? And definitely integration of culture and economy. दोनों चीजें यहाँ पर दिखेंगी. So plan क्या है? What is the plan? Plan is to promote local manufacturing, traditional artisans, and cultural and economic integration. Now you need to focus on the Bihar. आपको फोकस करने की जरूरत कहाँ पर रहेगी? बिहार में. And if any micro analysis is present, like financial assistance by the central government to the states, especially आप यहाँ पर देखो, then we have part 6. All right, part 6, and part 6 talks about SASCI. SASCI. What is this part 6 in SASCI? This is about the special assistance to the states for capital investment. All right. So इसको implement कैसे किया जा रहा है? आप देखो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल कनेक्शन है यहाँ पर, एंड यूनियन बजट में सेंट्रल अलोकेशन ऑफ 5000 CR, फर्स्ट कम फर्स्ट सर्व बेसिस फंडिंग रूल विल बी, एंड प्रोवाइड लैंड फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट और बेयर लैंड एक्विजिशन एक्सपेंसेस। स्टेट का जिम्मेदारी यहाँ पर ये होगा। तो आप यहाँ पर समझो कि जो स्कीम है, ऑल राइट, ये और भी स्टेट्स के लिए है, और इसमें जो स्टेट्स हैं उन स्टेट्स को डीपीआर, डिटेल्ड प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट सबमिट करनी पड़ेगी। डीपीआर, बिहार इज ऑन इट, बिहार इस पर है, आगे बढ़ा रहा है इसको। ऑल राइट, होगा क्या, ओडीएपी, ओडीओपी आई ऑलरेडी हाईलाइटेड, जीआई टैग्ड गुड्स, ट्रेडिशनल हैंडीक्राफ्ट को भी सपोर्ट रहेगा यहाँ से। तो व्हाट विल हैपन, what will be the final outcome? The final outcome will be local artisans will get the recognition as well as support to Atmanirbhar Bharat as well as cooperative federalism, because other states are also participating in the whole process. All right, okay, what is the significance for the Bihar? Bihar के लिए significance यहाँ पर क्या रहेगा? Number one, economic impact, that is push to local entrepreneurship. Okay, youth from job seeker to job provider, as well as weavers, right, artisans, MSMEs, MSME, micro small medium enterprises को एक पुश रहेगा, MSME को सपोर्ट रहेगा। ऑल राइट, एंड वी ऑल नो वेरी वेल बिहार इज द प्लेस ऑफ मल्टीपल प्रोडक्ट्स, लाइक वी हैव मधुबनी पेंटिंग, all right, we have Bhagalpuri silk, we have Tikuli art, all right, lac and metal craft, as well as grass grass craft, Sikki grass craft, Makhana, right, and this will provide a push, despite economic impact, a push to the urban development as well. Why urban development? Because Atal Path, a kind of lifeline of Patna, and metro is also getting developed in Patna. Even some corridors are open for the public. All right, now it will provide a push to infrastructure growth, number one. Then tourism, Bihar Museum, Planetarium, all right, Gayaji, fine. And we are pushing ecotourism as well in Bihar, fine now. Marine Drive, development of Marine Drive. So all these efforts, all right, definitely can lead Bihar on the track of prosperity and growth. Now, this will provide a push to the retail economy as well. And we all know very well Bihar has a very significant strength of the ODOP base, ODOP strength. This is interview gold point, एक तरीके से इंटरव्यू के लिए बेहतरीन पॉइंट रहेगा ये। बिहार का ODOP जो कनेक्शन है वो आपको अच्छे से पता होना चाहिए। मधुबनी का एज हाईलाइटेड, भागलपुर एंड मुजफ्फरपुर, और दरभंगा, पटना, स्पेशली फॉर द अगरबत्ती जैसे स्टिक्स। ऑल राइट, ओके, सो इससे होगा क्या, डायरेक्ट विजिबिलिटी, डायरेक्ट विजिबिलिटी ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट्स। मैंने यहाँ लिखवा भी दिया है, ये इंटरव्यू के लिए इट विल बी अ गोल्ड पॉइंट फॉर यू। सॉरी, the throat is sore. All right, despite all these things we have certain challenges as well. All right, all the things are not aligned. Problems, challenges, what kind of challenges we see here? The first challenge is affordable rent. All right, ensuring affordable rent is a problem here, as well as preventing domination by large retailers, जिनके पास पहले से अच्छी कैपिटल है, अगर वो डोमिनेट कर गए then definitely this will lead to the monopolistic traditions, monopolistic things. It will be a problem, it will be a bottleneck. Then sustaining footfall and demand, and definitely digital integration will be needed, branding and marketing support, logistic and packaging assistance. These will be the challenges, इनकी जरूरत रहेगी यहाँ पर। कितने लोग आते रहे कि डिमांड यहाँ पर रहे, जो भी कॉस्ट है, ऑपरेटिंग कॉस्ट है, to maintain the operating cost, because we did some experiments in other parts of India, especially in Delhi. All right, and some experiments did well, but some experiments failed miserably. So we need to take a lesson from the failed projects. जहाँ पर हार्ट डेवलप करने की बात हुई, हार्ट, like in Delhi we see idea of heart. All right, सो ऑपरेटिंग कॉस्ट यहाँ पर खासतौर पर रेंटल्स कई बार बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाते हैं, तो दिस विल बी द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट टू ऑप्टिमाइज द रेंटल्स। रेंटल ऐसा होना चाहिए कि वो वेरिएबल होना चाहिए, आफ्टर अफोर्डेबल होना चाहिए। आफ्टर दिस we can connect this project with the GEM, that is a government e-marketplace. All right, then definitely we have ONDC. All right, ONDC से भी जोड़ सकते हैं इसको, under the ONDC open network for digital commerce, वहाँ से भी जोड़ सकते हैं। Then connection with the tourism circuits, right? So these are the other aspects we can use. Skill training, definitely design innovation, e-commerce, collaboration with the self-help groups and cooperatives. This will definitely, this will be helpful thing about this project. All right, guys. Now I am taking you towards next topic. The topic is Amicus growth report. Amicus growth report on rare earth elements. So, what is this report? What happened here? Listen, guys. What happened here? There is a institution known as Amicus. All right. Please focus. This is a very interesting report. All right, and this can change the dynamics about the rare earth elements. All right, and many a times we hear rare earth elements and India is dependent on the import, right? But the picture is altogether different. See, according to this Amicus growth report, India possesses the world's third, yes, you heard right, third largest rare earth oxide reserve. But please be mindful what I'm saying, reserve. I'm not saying producer. Yes, here is the twist. Reserve. All right, reserve तो है after China and Brazil. India has the third largest reserve of the rare earth elements. But the problem is associated with the extraction. Problem किसके साथ में है? With extraction. Interestingly, whenever you see this term rare here, so rare does not mean these elements are absent or बहुत कम है. All right, ऐसा नहीं है. These elements are present in sufficient amount. All right, but the extraction process of these elements from the ore is very costly. That's the problem. ये problem है. All right, and that's why the name rare. Now you can see this list. आप इस list को यहाँ पर देख सकते हैं. You can access this list. China, and this list is about reserves. Rank 1 Brazil, then India, and Australia हमारे आसपास में है. All right, and आप देखें production is very less. Why the production is less? Unlike China and Australia, these two countries are producing a lot of rare earth elements, right? When we see the periodic table, the list of the elements, rare earth elements, then we have nearly 17 elements. All right, 15 के आसपास में lanthanides है, you can see here, and scandium and yttrium, and the list goes up to 17. कहाँ तक जाती है? 17. And I already highlighted, rare does not mean कि ये मतलब they are not rare, all right, but difficult to extract. Now, application of these rare earth elements. Application in defense, in making missiles, radars, fighter jets, electronic items like smartphones, laptops, used in semiconductors. All right, clean energy, solar panels, wind turbines, EV motors, especially EV motors. अभी recently भी use में था because of EV motor. All right, then space and nuclear technology में भी इसका खूब use होता है. And China controls near about 60 to 70% of the global REE processing. अभी किसकी बात हो रही है? Production की बात हो रही है. All right, so 60 to 70% of the production of the rare earth elements is controlled by China, a kind of monopoly. And China uses this strength as a weapon. China इसको use भी करता है, as a weapon use करता है. As a geopolitical weapon use करता है China इसको. All right, and हमारे यहाँ पर क्या है? You must be wondering, you must be thinking कि sir why we have low production. The first thing first, that is processing bottleneck. All right. So what happens here? Refining and separation. This is a very difficult process. All right. इसकी जो वैल्यू है कि आपने जो माइनिंग है निकाल तो लिया एलिमेंट, बट रिफाइनिंग एंड सेपरेशन कितना अच्छा हो रहा है, प्योर फॉर्म कितना बढ़िया आप निकाल के दे रहे हैं, द एंड प्रोडक्ट उस पर डिपेंड करती हैं चीजें. सो इंडिया लैक्स एडवांस्ड टेक्नोलॉजी about separation. All right, that's a problem. Then we have policy constraints as well. And policy constraints, these are rare earth elements. इनको इंडिया जो ट्रीट करता है, we treat like strategic elements and restricted है ये. प्राइवेट सेक्टर का जो यहाँ पर रोल है, the role played by the private sector is very limited. And we have dominance of the Indian Rare Earth Limited. All right, IREL. This institution, Indian Rare Earth Limited, this dominates. All right, as well as we have certain environmental concerns as well, like radioactive waste, specifically thorium, and disposal of this radioactive waste is another problem. As well as global competition. And China को अगर हम देखते हैं तो low cost, China has low cost of processing. And that's why those who want to invest in the processing, this low cost of processing by China, this discourages the investment in the rare earth element refinement process. As well as economic and strategic risk. Risk क्या है इसके अंदर में? देखो guys, सबसे बड़ा रिस्क तो यह है कि we are dependent on the import. The biggest risk. We are pushing for the clean energy. Green energy को we are promoting green energy, we are promoting EV, but construction, all right, manufacturing, the manufacturing of the EV, solar panels, wind turbines, is heavily dependent on the supply of the raw materials. And changing geopolitical equations China को edge दे देते हैं इसमें. And China, मैंने पहले बताया, China uses this like a weapon, like China did with respect to America. अमेरिका के साथ में चाइना ने यही किया in recent, right? As well as defense manufacturing. In defense manufacturing, missiles and all these, right, radars, fighter jets, maybe rare earth elements are heavily used after this. Then we have supply chain disruptions. All right, like we saw during COVID-19, like we are observing right now, tariff bottlenecks. All right, because of all these. And इसकी वजह से जो हमारे important projects हैं वो delay हो जाते हैं. And delaying in the project increases the cost. Cost अपने आप बढ़ती है. Next thing, government initiatives क्या है? How the government of India is pushing. Government of India कैसे push कर रही है इन सबको? Now you need to examine. आप यहाँ पर देखें. See guys, you can see here government initiatives and policy response. Fine. Please see. Critical minerals strategy, national mineral policy, as well as government is thinking. Government is pushing to open this REE sector for the private players as well as for the foreign investors, foreign collaborations as well. Government is actively pushing for this. Fine. Next thing is this, like under the foreign collaborations, we are dealing with Australia. All right. And देखो यहाँ पर थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्ट भी मैच होते हैं. Like when we see Australia, right? Australia is also fighting against China. Although खुल के चीजें सामने नहीं आ सकती because Australia में अगर आप देखें तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया को चाइना से जो इम्पोर्ट है, चाइना से जो एक्सपोर्ट है, सॉरी, export from China, that is import with respect to Australia. So Australia is heavily dependent on China, Chinese products. Australia also wants to break this dominance of China. And that's why India and Australia, they are coming close, especially with respect to the extraction of the rare earth elements. Upskilling of manpower, extraction, refinement, pure quality of the rare earth elements. This can provide a push, okay, to rare earth element industry in India. After this, government can provide subsidy प्रोडक्शन लिंक्ड इंसेंटिव कि जितना प्रोडक्शन करोगे, जो हमारे गोल्स हैं, अगर आप मीट करोगे, देन वी विल सब्सिडाइज यू, वी विल प्रोवाइड इंसेंटिव. ऑल राइट. सो बाय दिस वे वी कैन बूस्ट द डिमांड. इन्वेस्टमेंट में जो ब्रिज, जो गैप्स हैं, वी कैन ब्रिज दिस गैप्स. नाउ व्हाट मे बी द वे फॉरवर्ड. वे फॉरवर्ड क्या हो सकता है यहाँ पर? नंबर वन, टेक्नोलॉजिकल. इन्वेस्ट इन REE, that is separation and refining technology, recycling and urban mining. Then institutional things: reduce monopoly of IREL, number one. Encourage public private partnership. National RE mission on lines of semiconductor mission. And geopolitical: diversify supply chains, कि reduce dependency, over dependency of China should be reduced. इसको reduce करना चाहिए. And Quad, Quad, that is India, Japan, America, Australia. All right. So Quad based mineral cooperation. क्वाड कंट्रीज हैं यहाँ पर, वो मिल करके मिनरल कोऑपरेशन, मिनरल के एरिया में इसको बढ़ा सकते हैं. नाउ आफ्टर दिस नेक्स्ट सब टॉपिक विल बी इंडियाज फर्स्ट वेपन डेटाबेस. ऑलराइट, इंडियाज फर्स्ट वेपन डेटाबेस, वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक टू नो. Listen guys, what is happening here under this weapon database? What happened here? Amit Shah, the Home Minister, Honorable Home Minister, Union Home Minister of India, he launched India's first national weapon database prepared by NIA, National Investigating Agency. All right. And this database is useful to prevent and curb the left-wing extremism and many other extremist activities. Kaise? Listen guys, this database is associated with LLRF. What? LLRF. LLRF means what? Lost, looted and recovered firearms. Lost and looted, recovered firearms. LLRF. All right. This database of lost, looted and recovered firearms is prepared by NIA and MHA, National Investigating Agency, and Union Ministry of Home Affairs ने मिलके बनाया है. Now, this will strengthen India's fight against terrorism, organized crime, and LWE. What is LWE? Left-wing extremism, especially Naxalites, Maoist. ये बिकॉज इससे होगा क्या कि कोई भी जो वेपन इंडिया में जो चल रहे हैं, यूज हो रहे हैं, ऑलराइट, लॉस्ट, लूटेड एंड रिकवर्ड, उनका एक डेटाबेस बनाया जाएगा. इससे होगा क्या? दिस विल हेल्प इन ट्रैकिंग द ओरिजिन ऑफ वेपन्स, ट्रैक मूवमेंट एंड डाइवर्जन, एनालाइज रिकवरी पैटर्न. What happens many a times we see in the terrorist activities, and especially in the LWE, left-wing terrorism activities. Looted weapons are used, diverted weapons as well. Diverted means weapons used and meant for the use of the defense forces, but वो defense forces use ना करके उन weapons को left-wing terrorist use कर रहे हैं. Left-wing जो extremists हैं, not terrorist, left-wing जो extremists हैं वो use कर रहे हैं. So this is a problem. All right, and this improves the investigation efficiency and inter-agency coordination. Now, what are the key features? Key features क्या हैं of the key features of the LLRF database? Number one, this is a centralized digital repository. Central digital repository है which can be accessed from anywhere. Government-owned weapons का पूरा repository रहेगा. All right, weapons that are lost, looted and stolen, recovered, इनका सारे weapons का नहीं है, आप ध्यान रखें इसमें. weapons that are lost, looted, stolen and recovered, उनकी बात है. covers arms belongs to state. कौन से arms को यहाँ पर cover किया गया? जो arms दिए गए स्टेट पुलिस फोर्सेस को एंड सेंट्रल आर्म्ड पुलिस फोर्सेस सीएपीएफ. सो एसपीएफ एंड सीएपीएफ को जो आर्म्स दिए गए उनको यहाँ पे ऐड किया गया है. ऑलराइट. सो इससे होगा क्या, व्हाट विल हैपन, दिस विल हाईलाइट द पैटर्न. ऑलराइट. Recognition of the pattern in weapon misuse, identification of diversion routes and linking weapons to extremist and terror incidents. Why is this database important? Database important क्यों है? That's another question. Listen guys, as I already highlighted, you can see here, many terror and extremist attacks use looted police weapons, diverted government arms. इससे होगा क्या, ग्रे आर्म्स मार्केट, इसको हम कंट्रोल कर पाएंगे. रिसर्कुलेशन ऑफ सीज्ड वेपन्स, ऑलराइट, इसको हम टैप कर पाएंगे. काउंटर टेररिज्म में एनआईओ को हेल्प मिलेगा. टेरर फाइनेंसिंग के पैटर्न को आइडेंटिफाई कर पाएंगे. क्रॉस बॉर्डर टेररिज्म कैन बी चेक्ड. स्लीपर सेल ऑपरेशंस को भी ट्रैक किया जा सकता है, as well as counter extremism, particularly LWE, which I have already highlighted, in Maoist. All right. Then इसी के साथ में एक और कॉन्फ्रेंस हुई, that was Anti-Terror Conference 2025, organized by NIA, inaugurated by the Union Home Minister Amit Shah ji. Objectives of the conference, Anti-Terror Conference में objectives क्या रहे? Number one, identify the terrorist incidents in India as well as globally. And जो एक साल में 2 साल में जो पैटर्न रहा है, identify that pattern. As well as assess the inputs. All right, inputs provided by the intelligence and the threat perceptions. इनको read किया जाए, देखा जाए इनको. Threat perceptions. Enhance counter terror preparedness. Inter-agency coordination. This is a very important aspect, and let me tell you aspirants, to increase the inter-agency coordination, this idea of NIA emerged after the Bombay attack. All right, and this anti-terror conference aligns with the national security strategy, especially emerging terror methodologies. जैसे आप रिसेंट में जो दिल्ली में जो अटैक्स हुए, दिल्ली में जो प्रॉब्लम हुआ, अगर आप उसको ऑब्जर्व करें, if you observe this, all right, then you will see over there use of the technology. All right, those messaging apps जिनको ट्रैक करना was very difficult, very problematic. Fine, पहलगाम में भी हमने यही देखा, ये पैटर्न देखा हमको कि एकदम से टेररिस्ट आते हैं, फिर वो उनको दौड़ने में ढेर सारी प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं. ऑल राइट, दिल्ली में भी हमने देखा. तो एंड इन दिल्ली व्हाट वी सॉ, प्रोफेशनल्स वर यूज्ड, प्रोफेशनल्स डिड दिस अटैक. ऑल राइट, सो यूज ऑफ द टेक्निकल इंटेंसिव अटैक्स, terrorists are changing their methods. We need to evolve fast, even faster, so that we can check these terrorist attacks. Now, link with extremism in India. All right, so weapon diversion is a major problem with respect to extremism in India. All right, especially Maoist insurgency, organized crime networks, right? So this database helps map extremist weapon network. इनको weapon कहाँ से मिल रहा है? अगर weapon supply हम cut off कर देंगे, then definitely it will be a major breakthrough. It will be a major success, right? And prevent a recurrence of police station lootings. कि कौन-कौन से police stations ऐसे हैं जहाँ पर loot ज़्यादा हो रही, क्योंकि weapon होंगे, looted हैं, recovered हैं, lost हैं, network बनेगा, database बनेगा, तो pattern recognition will be easy. All right, and hot spots, those hot spots जिधर हमको दिखेगा कि these police stations are very prone for the problems, can be looted by the Maoists, left-wing extremists. We can prevent, we can stop this. After this, supports India's national policy and action plan to address LWE as well. After this all these initiatives connects all these initiatives connect with Bihar as well. How? What is the Bihar connection? Influence of the LWE problem, left wing extremism in certain districts, खासतौर पे झारखंड के जो साथ में है. Border proximity, Nepal region, West Bengal region. All right. So this database will help Bihar police track stolen, looted weapons, improve coordination with CAPF as well, and Bihar Special Armed Forces के लिए खासतौर पर जो उनके एंटी नक्सल ऑपरेशंस हैं उनमें काफी ज्यादा उनको हेल्प मिल सकता है अगर इसको ठीक से यूज किया जाता है तो. राइट. नाउ नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज तंजावुर पेंटिंग. What is Tanjavur painting and why it is in news? Actually, Tanjavur painting is in news because of इसमें जो पेंटिंग है इस पेंटिंग को अयोध्या में इंस्टॉल किया गया है. All right, that's why it is in news. And GI tag recognition as well. तो Tanjavur painting. Tanjore is a location in Tamil Nadu. Tanjore है कहाँ पर? Tanjore is in Tamil Nadu के अंदर में. All right, and this is associated with the Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat and ODOP, one district one product. And तंजौर से निकला है, मैंने बता दिया आपको पहले ही. एंड इमरजेंस कैसे हुआ इनका तंजावुर पेंटिंग्स का? इंपीरियल चोलाज. आफ्टर इंपीरियल चोलाज we see Nayaks. Who were Nayaks? Actually, in southern part of India, when we see rise of the Vijayanagara, so after the Vijayanagara came in power, and 15th, 16th century witnessed fall of Vijayanagara. After the fall of Vijayanagara, there was a rise of Nayaks. Nayaks were a kind of military commanders under the rulers of Vijayanagara. Vijayanagara, technically epicenter of Vijayanagara was Karnataka. All right. And Nayaks were military commanders. So after the fall of the Vijayanagara, Nayaks came in power. And Nayaks patronized local culture, dance, music, architecture, painting, traditions को Nayaks ने patronize किया है. And Madurai in Tamil Nadu and many places in Karnataka are known for, and especially Madurai temple, Meenakshi temple in Madurai, and Rameswaram temple. This is the contribution of Nayaks. So आप समझिए यहाँ पर Nayaks का art and culture में they have immense contribution. Interestingly, when Marathas captured this area, all right, so there was a Maratha commander, his name was Sarfoji. Who was he? Sarfoji. He was Maratha from Maharashtra. Yes, you heard right. And Sarfoji provided he patronized Tanjore paintings. Under Tanjore painting, we see mostly theme is divine or religious. Theme is religious. Especially we see paintings of Bhagwan Shri Ram, Bhagwan Shri Krishna. तो religious theme रहती है mostly यहाँ पर. And use of the golden color का एक अच्छा use हमें यहाँ पर देखने को मिलता है. All right, and this painting is also known as Palagai Padam. This painting is also known as Palagai Padam. क्या बुलाते हैं इसको? We call this Palagai Padam. All right. So Palagai means wooden plank, and Padam means picture. All right. So vellum paper, basically paper made by leather, that is not used here. उसको यहाँ पे use नहीं किया जाता है. Then we see here the base material is painted on wooden planks, जो कि मैंने पहले बता दिया. 3-dimensional effect produce किया जाता है light and shadow को use करके. And gold foil, glass beads, semi-precious stones, and gesso. Gesso is a paste. Gesso is a, let me write it here. Gesso is a paste. All right. This is mix of lime and adhesives. So the colors, जो colors होते हैं, colors ठीक से visible हो सके, उसके लिए यहाँ पर gesso को use किया जाता है basically. And associated with the temple culture, bhakti tradition as well. एंड दिस पेंटिंग्स ऑफन यूज्ड फॉर द हाउस होल्ड वर्शिप, भगवान घर में पेंटिंग्स को रख करके पूजा वगैरह में यूज करते हैं। टेम्पल ऑफरिंग्स में, टेम्पल्स में लोग पेंटिंग्स गिफ्ट करते हैं, वहां पर यूज करते हैं। साउथ इंडिया का जो पूरा एस्थेटिक है उसके साथ में जाकर के जुड़ता है रॉयल पैटर्नेस, तो है ही, मैंने पहले बताया आपको। सो दीज आर द एसोसिएटेड थिंग्स विद रिस्पेक्ट टू तंजावुर पेंटिंग जो हमने यहाँ पर देखी, जो हमने यहाँ पर ऑब्जर्व करी। ऑलराइट गाइज, ओके, सो दैट्स इट फॉर टुडे। This is it for today. All right. And we will meet in another session, in another class, and together, definitely we can. All right. And definitely, you will have fabulous interview whenever your interviews will start. Keep attending the sessions. All right. And keep attending the mock interviews held by the Unacademy IES, JB Mall, Boring Road, Choraha, Patna. Together we can. Let's crack it. Thank you.